Hey everybody, Lisa here. If you go to sleep at night and you feel like you do stuff, more than likely you do. We consider that you work for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm talking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work and reading my Bible and my own personal experiences. Now, I had an interesting day today. I met some friends. I feel like I made friends today. And so I'm going to beef up their business to you. If you ever come to Billings, Montana, and you need tarot cards or crystals, rocks, and pendulums, or books on every subject of etheric stuff, is Barjan Books in downtown Billings area. I don't have the exact address, but Barjons, Barjan Books. And then we had lunch at a Mediterranean place called Spitz. And I had a craft beer and a hero sandwich, and my daughter and I just had one of the greatest days ever. I made two new lady friends, and made new tarot friends, tarot decks. So I got the House of Dragon and Native American tarot. Now, the House of Dragons is based on that book, what, Game of Thrones, I think? Which I'm just going to say, I'm not trying to be evil to people. It wasn't my jam, okay? I read the first book, and that was it. And I never watched the TV show. So these cards are totally, like, new to me, okay? And it's an interesting story that goes, I pulled cards today. The Indians gave me a lovely message, which is mine and mine alone. But this card, mockery, kept, Ten of Wands, mockery kept falling out. So I'm leaving this here for y'all to dwell on after I show a particular card pull and the story. Um, and the story is about our quantum entanglement. Okay, this channel, in case you happen along, is very, very specific. And I do talk to people who know they operate in the dream time. And when I say operate in the dream time, and this might scare some people, but a lot of us are taken in our dream space and we go and we connect with people in outer space. Okay? They utilize the dream time. We work with angels. We disempower people who do evil as best as we can. Some of us are seasoned warriors throughout time and space. Angels, I want everybody to remember this, angels are warriors, okay? Now, a lot of us who are older souls, old souls, and a lot of us who are old souls, this is our last go around, and we fight hard. So, I'm 69, but when I'm up there in space, it might be like I'm only 29. So, when you reach this level of reality, sometimes we just go and tend to the hybrid babies. Sometimes you're put at a computer screen to monitor activities of said individuals. Um, some of us put on suits like you would see. I'm told our suits are very much like there's a movie called Valiant and the Thousand Planets or something, and when they go in and they have them spacesuits on. There's the guy and the girl. That's what our suits look like. When we fly with the angels, we're out there in space doing some incredibly acrobatic type stuff. And we have our powers and abilities. Um, I pulled cards for Sergeant Michael of the Silver Shoes last night. He asked me to pull ET Experiencer cards. And it came out in his cards that he was abducted. And he had an abduction experience. And the reason for his abduction, because I pulled tarot cards on it, is in this court trial going on, Michael has a lot of information and they wanted to get rid of him. Well, Victor, our Victor, went out there in his little chariot, his little space chariot is what the card said, and he went and fought for Michael and brought him back. And maybe some of us attended to that. I don't know if I was there, but we get our memories erased, and so we tend to not remember everything. So anyway, that happened last night. That was exciting. And then this morning, I woke up. Where's Victor? Because Victor and I are very close. We're good friends. And I heard a man's voice say, Victor's not here. And it sounded like his dad. Like his dad was talking to me. Oh, where's Victor? So I closed my eyes. I'm a psychic medium that can see things, and sometimes they let me glimpse into Victor's life. I don't get to see a lot, but they let me know he's okay or he's there over this other thing. I see this dark entity, and it looked like this giant worm thing in this doorway, and it was very dark. So I said to Spirit, is Victor fighting a demon? They said yes. I said, should I help him? Yes. So I always call out, hey, out in 5D. I said his real name, a real life name. Victor needs help. So I immediately visualize Victor and I shield him with white light. And then I, boom, blast my energy. Boom, boom. I think I did 3 blasts and make sure that stuff goes out. And then I'm going in as a ball of light. And I did. Here I come. And then the darkness, the entity, it takes a little while, but it dissipated and it went away. And at the end of the exchange, on the other side of the entity, a very famous mystic was there helping us. Thank you, sir. I just want to make sure you know. I saw you. Victor didn't see you, but he came in on his throne thing. He sits, and it was amazing. I was impressed. Anyway, thank you. So that was this morning with Victor. He gets attacked. We get attacked by things. Demons come after us after Victor has a pivotal point in this court trial. And people, if you don't think politics and what happens in your workplace isn't being manipulated by entities and energies, then you're kind of missing the point of a lot of things that are happening to you, especially if you have things going wrong over and over and over again. There's a group of people doing that to you. There's energy being sent to attack you, whether it's generational, whether you're doing it to yourself, but things are out there that harm us. As Sapphire Hangington right now is touching my personal parts. And we're going to go into a quantum entanglement story about that. Now, I pulled cards today. I pulled the House of Dragon cards, which I told Victor, hey, I think these are gay guy cards, because the Lovers cards is a hand, 2 men holding hands. But, Game of Thrones was pretty weird, and I didn't go any further on that. Anyway, these cards are going to show you a story of what's happening, right? So the first one I pulled was death, transformation, death and strength, a strong transformation. Without a heavy burden, this is wands. The dragon eggs are wands in this deck. This is 10 of eggs. Heavy burden put on by that Queen of Cups. And she's not a pretty queen. Queen of Cups. And these are crowns, which is pentacles in this deck. That Queen of Cups is going to have to pay pentacles for moving forward. 3 of Wands. Officially with the moon. Now, this moon card blew me away, right? This guy's holding a baby. I'm like, what the F is this about, right? The moon card's usually, fear, worries in your intuition, the illusion of something negative. Maybe you need to sit in your intuition and think about things. But this guy's holding an effing baby. What the F? So I looked up and read what the moon meant to this deck. And like this might mean something to you people who watch TV and stuff. Sir Harwin Strong. Like the moon, there is a dark side of intuition. Sir Harwin Strong, primal urge to protect those he loves manifests as a fierce and often brutal loyalty. When the moon appears in your reading, consider yourself warned to take the gut feeling seriously, no matter how much of an illusion it seems. Not all premonitions are welcome, but pretending to be fearless is an illusion that can only last so long. Now, when I read that part, it really freaked me out because I just talked to the lady in Barjan Books and we talked about our experiences. I grew up in New York City. She was from Chicago. She had been kind of molested or surrounded by Puerto Rican or some uh, group of men that were going to do harm to her. And she talked about how she used her light and she actually got these guys, they ended up walking her home to safety. Whereas I was surrounded by black men on the subway, young black men, and the way I didn't, I got felt up all over and stuff, but I ended up berserking my way out of that you were all gonna die if you didn't stop touching me soon. And they did stop because I went fucking crazy. Okay, so like she had the light and I came with the darkness, I suppose. But I was telling her that when I first moved to Montana the first time back in 2005 is when I learned to live without fear. And then this guy, right, the moon. Like, tell me you don't know the story of what's going on in court. Some of you out there, I know, you elitists know. This is the Gemini, Martin Brusque. So what these cards are saying is they've been officially told to leave me the fuck alone or they're going to have to pay me money. Okay, so after I pulled these cards and read this about fear, and I'm sitting here going, am I stupid to not have fear? I mean, I was contemplating the whole moon card concept. And then here comes this sensation of coolness down at my woman parts. Now I know why they want me to read the words. This is my second through on this video because I got interrupted. Things happen anyway. So, strong change is coming because of the heavy burden placed on me by this effing blonde with the black eyebrows, who's disgusting, by the way. It's going to end up paying me because officially, progressing forward, she's doing stupidity with this Martin Brusque jerkwad who touched me with his energetic weapons. So I found out through my spirit team, how is he doing that? Now, Victor can do it and feel that way as a water sign. He's using his element of water energy. And I've spoken to him about it, and I've said how pleasant that is. So Martin Brusque pretends to be Victor. Now, I don't know if Martin Brusque is an idiot. I mean, he's a billionaire. People think he's smart. He's that Bitcoin guy. it's not smart for this guy to pretend to be Victor in the 5D realm. And he's done it over and over and over again. And so here I am, psychic medium, okay? I have love, and I have light, but I'm terribly dark as well. All people have a light side and a dark side. But when you pretend to be Victor and touch my feminine parts, but I know it's not Victor, I visualize Victor. In my mind, I get a cat of nine tails, or I have my machete or an axe, or I use that old fashioned brass fire extinguisher, and I beat you with it. So in real life, if they're showing up with broken collarbones and their faces are smashed or they have machete marks on them, they're being beaten because I beat Victor if I see him with other women. And then it ends up, Spirit tells me, oh, that was so and so pretending to be Victor. Oh, he got what he deserved, right? So, in court today, this effing Queen of Cups with the blonde, with the stupid black eyebrows, and some people look lovely with that, but she does not, okay? She's not a pretty person. She just happened to get lucky in that effing TV show, but she's never done anything else but be a cunt in that TV show, okay? Nobody likes her, I'm told, in spirit. Nobody likes her in real life. They tolerate her, okay? But anybody who has to have a throne and put a goat in a little wooden thing, so it doesn't move, so you could pet it while you're sitting in your chair because the goat doesn't really like you, there's something wrong there. Okay, I see these things. Anyway, let's get back to this guy. So he touches me with his BLE radar. He can use his phone as an energetic weapon, because I asked Spirit, how the hell is that guy doing it? Now, he is a water sign, but he doesn't have permission to touch my sacral space. And he gets burned. He gets burned or harmed because there are entities like Lord Shiva protects that spot from people like him, because I've asked him to. So he uses his phone. It's called BLE radar. I've put links in some of my past videos where I talk about this is cyber gang stalking. Okay, and that guy is an aficionado of this stuff. So I doorbell Victor. Victor, so-and-so just pretended to be you and touched me with his magnetic bullshit storm and pretended to be you. And Victor says, oh, really? I said, yes. He says, well, thank you for telling me. Okay, you're welcome. I always tell Victor when people impersonate him, okay? Because then we can look and laugh, because they get beaten up and, it's heinous what happens to them. And they're not getting the connection that my psychic team and myself are out there pummeling them for misbehaving. And anyway, I pummeled him. Victor went and told the Hierophant, because they were just told in court, you're going to have to pay if you fuck with Lisa Pacini again. They were told this in court. So Victor went to the Hierophant. Now I can't wait, people. I can't wait to get my payday. Because they continue to F with me I had to close down a bank account because they paying the people across the street to hack my phone and hack my bank account. White Plains, New York took $93 out and then another $43, and they were going to keep doing that, right? God. I mean, and it goes on and on and on. So, anyway, so there it was. Victor's been fighting demons in the morning. Victor's at court in the evening, watching over me, and I'm grateful. Thank you, Victor. And all I can say is the Indian card of mockery is just so on point with these people, these elite, rich, billionaire people who you see on your TVs as if they are important, are making a mockery of the people who pay them. That's the sadness of it. And that's why this card keeps coming out. So then, this morning, after the fight where the mystic came out and helped us, a very famous mystic, very powerful man, I wrote down some words. And now I understand why the words are important, I think. And I'm going to read them to you. It has to do with a person who revenge porn was done on. And you all tune in and watch somehow that I'm flattered, but I'm not. I'm angry. Anyway, one of y'all has watched me for a very long time, over 27 years. You watched as I nursed my son. You engaged with me, with my second ex, sexually, energetically, with me. You, whoever you were, you made that sex great, okay? Was it for the TV screen that you did that? Revenge porn. See, my husband came home with a TV from, like, it was weird, okay? And I have to wonder. Now, a spirit tells me, and I was unbeknownst to me, my ex we were having sex. I thought I was just having sex with my husband, and it was going out there on the dark web. So you all see me as some kind of bizarre porn. In your minds, I'm a porn star. Although I've never engaged in that with my knowledge. Is it porn if you're just doing sex with your husband? And you all thought it was funny because I was fat at the time. Weird. And this is what these billionaire people do. They put CCTV cameras in people's homes, unbeknownst to them, or beknownst to them. Maybe they were paying my husband. I don't know. I hope I find out about that someday. This is all circumstantial. This is stuff that spirits told me. So if it comes out and they're trying to keep it suppressed, my numbers are way suppressed, and they're trying to get rid of me in some way. I can't wait to get the money. That's all I can say. And if I meet you in real life, I will look at you as if, like, because I'm not what you think I am. I'm so straight-laced and narrow in some ways, it's almost not even funny. Like, I'm going to look at you like you're from another planet. As you're looking at somebody here, me, who's washed dishes in a fast food concern. I tried to be a cake decorator for a big box outfit, and I've tried to be production bakery. So I'm somebody who, like, I'll turn my sleeves up and I kick the tires before I get in my effing car. You know, so you're looking at somebody who would never even think of herself as a porn star. But yet they touch me. They touch my sacral area as if they effing own it. that you don't own me, and that's why you're gonna pay me this 10 of fucking Pentacles. And I look forward to that day. Anyway, that's all I have to say today, people. If you're older and you see repetition things happening to you, you're quantumly entangled. And if you're a high-end person and you have a lot, you're more susceptible to witchcraft and warlockery, quantum entanglement that's harming you. So we do need to know to energetically protect ourselves. And I want you to know you are powerful. Okay? Because if I ever meet Victor in real life, it's going to be one of the most amazing manifestation stories that's ever been told. Okay? And it will prove all this quantum entanglement. And then you will know maybe your, what do they call that stuff? Your, when you think you have too much, like you have itch down there. Maybe it's not itch. Maybe it's people trying to take your sacral energy. If you have heart attacks or you feel like you're getting that tightness in your chest, maybe somebody's doing death magic on you. Oh, I feel that. Okay, and I tell Michael the angel, Michael, somebody's doing death magic on me right now. Can you please stop it? Can you find out who it is and stop it? And he does. So be very, very specific. Angels are here for us, especially if you are in the dream time. They work with us very closely. If you feel like you have to get up out of the chair and start exercising, they do strap invisible things on us and make us move. Okay? It does happen. Because when we're out there in space, we have to be very limber and our minds work well. Okay? They do erase memories from us. And so if you accidentally don't realize what day it is, do not worry that you have dementia. Unless, of course, you actually walk away from your family, and you do. But like a day and a few hours, it's okay to miss that time. We do miss time when we go up and down into space. And other, there's other physical things that happen to and with us. And but we're resilient. Humans are resilient. That famous mystic that helped us this morning has talked very eloquently about the fact that as we get older, and actually humans don't need as much sleep as you think we do. Okay, the 8 hours of sleep is based on the industrialists wanted people to work, and so the workday is based on those 8-hour increments. And that's why you think you need 8 hours of sleep. A lot of times you can get by in 2.5 to 3 hours. But occasionally, even as an older person, when you feel like you need to sleep, sleep. Because our body regenerates. Lord Morpheus works and they do stuff, we get downloads, our bodies heal, it regenerates. And our whole body after 30 days could be transformed to be like new. We heal. We're biomechanical engineered things to heal. Not too dissimilar from Cylons. I think if you watch that story, Battlestar Galactica, the Cylon story is very interesting. There's a lot of things you can relate to humanity with that. So don't forget, you are amazing and you are very powerful and you can change the dynamic of your whole life. Anyway, I think a lot of you are amazing. Peace out, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.